Hey YouTube, T. Holtz here. What we're looking at is a pot, a fairly decent sized pot, and in it is all of the Amazon Frogbit that I just pulled out of my 10-gallon shrimp tank. Now Frogbit should be in a bigger tank, but it doesn't really grow so good in my other tanks. It won't grow at all in my 29-gallon tank, but it does very well in the shrimp tank. And I just pulled all this out because it was completely blocking the light. And I just wanted to show, and I'll show the shrimp tank in a second, but I wanted to show, look at the length of the roots on this Frogbit. And I'm going to be tossing all this out, but look at the length of the roots on this Frogbit that I'm pulling out. These roots here are, well, not that one so much, but some of them are like 1.5 feet or so long. Some of them are actually digging their way into the substrate. The 10-gallon tank is not very tall, of course, and some of these roots were, look at like this one here. This one has really thick roots, and these were actually buried into the substrate. I mean, this one is well over 1 foot long, a very thick root. So I pulled all this out, and it's just a ton of Frogbit. Here's another one that had the roots dug down into the substrate, actually, from the 10-gallon tank. There's substrate and dirt on the bottom of these roots here. There's one more here that's this one. This one here, very thick, long roots that were actually into my dirted substrate. So needless to say, they were blocking all of the light that was getting to this tank. And here is my 10-gallon shrimp tank. After pulling out all that Frogbit, I need to do some more trimming in here. Pulling out the Frogbit is just the first step. I'll have to get in here and do some more trimming. Take out some of this Java moss and some of these other plants that are in here. Let me show the top. It was completely covered before I pulled out the Frogbit. It was completely covered. And let's see if we can get down here and get a closer look. Lots of plants in here. Like I said, I got to get in here and do some trimming with some of the other plants that are here. Lots of Java moss, lots of Riccia moss. And you can see there is some cherry shrimp in here. Lots of snails too. There's a big shrimp right there. They're all through here. I'm not sure exactly how many are in here, but they're all through here. Probably can't see it on the video, on the camera, but all these roots that are left here from this Frogbit that I didn't pull out, they all have very fine hairs on the roots as they come down. Camera's probably not picking up because you can barely see it when you look at it. There, that one, you could see the hairs coming down off the side of that root there, if it'll focus on it. Hard to see. But these were deep down, they were actually down into the substrate, like I said. Got some anubias in here, lots of anubias over here in this corner. Some cryptparva down here on the bottom, which has made its way all the way around the tank. There's a cryptwenti right there. This is a dwarf lily right here, which I've been pulling the plants, the leaves off that reach the surface. Otherwise, every one will be at the top, and I'll have nothing but just stems reaching to the top. There's a big shrimp there. That one is actually a female that is buried. If you look at the tail, you can barely see it from this view, but there are some eggs there. You see the white patch. It's not really focusing on it that good, but there's a white patch. White patch is there on the back of this shrimp in the tail, and those are actually the eggs. You can see her fanning them there, getting water through. Those are the eggs that hopefully will be hatching pretty soon, and we'll have more shrimp in this tank. And you can see her fanning the eggs, keeping them moving, keeping the water flowing around them. There's hardly any light getting in with all that Frogbit. Now we've brightened it up quite a bit. Still need to do some more work, but at least we got some light going into this tank. For some reason, the Frogbit just grows like crazy in here. It must be the LED lights that are only a couple inches from the surface of the water, shining really bright on the surface, making that Frogbit take off. That's my 10-gallon shrimp tank. Thanks for watching.